Hello, welcome to HITC Sport. Alright, okay, Man United fans, it's okay. Take your face out of the pillow, stop hiding in the toilets. The Champions League last 16 draw, it's over, it's done. I know, it's like being the only one in your family not invited to a party. You probably feel like ripping every tooth out of your head. But no, this video is a bit of redemption. I hope anyway. Christ, we all know, I'm awful at predictions, just the worst. So what I'm gonna do today is look back at my Champions League group predictions video that I made 6 weeks ago and just see how I did. And before we start, this comment is my favorite.
Lol, Juventus will top Group G, what a joke, haha! And United will drop points to RB Leipzig, I'm actually dying, lamau!
Right then, let's crack on with the video. Group A, Bayern Munich. Okay, well this is blatantly obvious. Predicting Bayern Munich, the champions of Europe, to finish top of Group A is like predicting Jonah Hill to eat a cheeseburger for breakfast. Not only will Bayern chew Group A to pieces, they're gonna do it by winning every single game and conceding less than 5 goals. I was so close to the perfect prediction. If Bayern had just slapped Atletico down in Madrid instead of scrapping for a 1-1 draw, and if they had conceded just 1 goal less, then lads, I would look like an utter genius right now. Remember back in 2010 when everyone in the media was tossing themselves off under a blanket to the side of Paul the Octopus? That would be me. You've all heard of Dynamo? Right, well in this scenario, I would be employing him as my own human footstool. But that didn't happen. Instead, Bayern had to draw that game, and they did concede 5 goals. But at least I did accurately predict them to finish top of the group. Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone's men, should still have enough to climb their way out of the group. And I got this one right as well. But to be fair, I can't really take too much credit for this. It was obvious, because the only way Atletico Madrid were ever going to realistically finish behind Red Bull Salzburg and Lokomotiv Moscow would be if half the squad decided to play every game in a wheelchair. RB Salzburg. Anyway, I'm tipping Salzburg to finish 3rd in the group. Lads, it looks like I've just predicted this entire group correct. Well, let's be honest, Salzburg and Moscow are always going to be in a battle for the Europa League 3rd spot. Both just stuck in a 4-horse race that they had absolutely no chance of winning. Honestly, it's like Usain Bolt and Mo Farah lining up in a 300-meter dash against Deji and Blue Van Man. Salzburg were utterly humiliated in the Champions League this season, but still, winning 3-1 out of Moscow on matchday 5, that's what did it for them. Lokomotiv Moscow. Yeah, spoilers Lokomotiv Moscow. Your European adventure is going to end within a matter of weeks. Yeah, lads, don't get me wrong. I shouldn't have been proven right in this group. When Moscow held Atletico Madrid to back-to-back draws, I remember feeling like my kidneys were about to slip into my stomach. Because after 4 game weeks, Moscow had only lost once. So conspiring to finish bottom of the group after that, just how? But hey, I'm not complaining. I got it right. Group B, Real Madrid. Madrid are obviously winning this group. Who's gonna stop them? Inter Milan? The team with Ashley Young at right back? Like, predicting Real Madrid to win their Champions League group, this shouldn't be a debatable or even a risky call. But apparently, according to the comments, this was a supposedly stupid call.
Madrid are still bottom G, book your flights. Real Madrid will get knocked out of the group stage, that's my bold prediction.
Lads, yes, it was bumpier than I thought it would be for Real Madrid. Let's be honest, their performances probably didn't deserve to finish top of this group. They lost to Shakhtar Donetsk twice and needed to claw themselves a draw at Borussia Mönchengladbach, and Zinedine Zidane nearly lost his job at least 3 times. But the bottom line is, I predicted them to finish top of the group, and that's exactly where they ended up. Which means so far, I have accurately predicted every single position. Lads, could this be the perfect video? Inter Milan. No, it couldn't. They'll do it this year, they have to. Because if they don't, then frustrated, impatient Inter Milan fans will probably try to burn down Conte's house. I don't get it. Inter Milan have a world-class coach, a born winner, and a squad sprinkled with players verging on world-class, and Ashley Young. But how? How did Romelu Lukaku not fire this club into the last 16? And not only that, how did they finish last? Christian Eriksen quit the Champions League finalists in Tottenham for an apparently ambitious club like Inter Milan. And yet their entire European season lasted only 6 goddamn weeks. They only won 1 game, couldn't score a single goal against Shakhtar Donetsk. For a team who thumped Shakhtar 5-0 in the Europa League last season, this is beyond embarrassing. Shakhtar Donetsk. Shakhtar will finish 3rd in the group. Yeah, I got this one right too, but for the Shakhtar fans, 3rd place shouldn't be accepted. Not in this group. You did the hard part. You beat Real Madrid twice. You kept 2 clean sheets against Inter Milan. It was just against Borussia Mönchengladbach where you were absolutely fed to the pigs. All you needed was a point in either game against the Germans. A club who hadn't navigated the way out of a Champions League group since 1978. And instead you don't score any goals and you let them score 10. It was 6-0 in Ukraine, with Alisson Play banging in a hat-trick. But Christ above, some of the defending that night. You would have seen more social distancing on that pitch in Ukraine than you would if you wandered down your local Tesco's. And so travelling out to Germany, you'd expect a big performance that Shakhtar would want to salvage a bit of pride. No, they lose 4-0, costing them progression to the next round. Borussia Mönchengladbach. Listen, Borussia Mönchengladbach are a decent unit, but will be completely out of their depth in the Champions League.
Irish guy is really underestimating Mönchengladbach.
You know things are bad when the duck speaks more sense than me. I'll admit it, I didn't pay this team enough respect. I wrote off Marco Rose as just another young manager on the conveyor belt of hipster worship, and also, any club relying on goals from something that seeped out of Lilian Thuram's ball bag was a club heading for bottom of the group in my eyes. But calm down, football hipsters, alright? Don't smother me to death just yet. Yes, you qualified, but this was far from convincing. You basically only got out of the group because you beat up Shakhtar Donetsk twice. That's the only team you've actually beaten in Europe this season. So now lads, please end the hype. Man City will eat you for breakfast. Group C, Man City. Okay, this isn't even a prediction. It's an ironclad fact. Does any City fan really expect anything other than winning Group C? I don't even want to take any credit for this. Listen, if the City players had disrespected this easy group by turning up hungover and chucking the tea lady up front, then yeah, maybe they would have finished second. But no, 5 wins, 5 clean sheets, and just 1 goal conceded. I'm beginning to think City could probably win this group blindfolded. Porto. You could pick any of the 3 teams to finish second, but I'm gonna go with Porto. Oh, lads, I'm not used to this. Right? Again. What? And they said my predictions ability was on par with Ricecom's football ability. They say I have a brain made of gone off Swiss cheese. And yes, that's definitely true, but lads, admit it, I'm doing well in this video. To be fair, I didn't realize just how easy Porto would find this group. Apart from the opening day 3-1 defeat to Man City, they didn't lose a single game after that. And they kept 5 clean sheets. Lads, Porto almost topped the group. Marseille. Okay, Marseille fans, do not even start. I'm sorry, but you don't get to feel offended that I put you third. Yeah, Olympiacos are through into the Europa League on goal difference, but make no mistake about it, they do not deserve to be playing European football next year. I'm sorry, no, yes, they squeaked out a 1-0 home winner for Marseille on the opening day, but they lost every goddamn game after that, scoring just 1 goal in nearly 500 minutes of football. I'm sorry, but if the Europa League actually accepts applicants like this, if that wretched run of form is actually enough to earn you a golden ticket into that competition, then clearly it's about as prestigious a tournament as a wet t-shirt competition in Blackpool. Olympiacos. Sorry, Pedro Martins is not getting the likes of Ruben Vinagre, Yannick Mavia, and a 36-year-old Matthew Valbuena out of this group. No chance. Again, all that separated Marseille and Olympiacos were just 3 goals. Group D, Liverpool. Lads, this is easy. Liverpool are not only going to qualify as group winners, but Jurgen Klopp's men are going to win every single match, and I'm sorry, but the day this Liverpool team drops points against FC Midtjylland is the day I fly to Denmark and beg for forgiveness. Is there anyone in Denmark willing to let me sleep on your floor? I don't need much. I'll happily sleep in your dog's basket and piss in your kitchen sink. But lads, Liverpool finished top of the group. Atalanta. I remember the days when Atalanta existed purely to survive relegation from Serie A. But they are a good team. They finished 3rd in Serie A 2 years running. So yeah, I'm going to tip them for 2nd. I'll admit it. When Atalanta were absolutely crucified on their own pitch, conceding 5 at home to Liverpool, when Diogo Jota absolutely hammered you, without even offering to buy you breakfast in the morning, I'll admit it, I was worried for this prediction. Yes, that 2-0 win at Anfield was brilliant, but following that up with a 1-1 stale draw at home to Midtjylland, it must have forced their fans to spend the night worriedly shitting into a bucket. But no, they won their last game, snatching a 1-0 win at Ajax to see them through. And look at that, another prediction right. Dad, what is going on? Maybe my mother was right not to dump me outside a fire station. Ajax, they'll limp over the line into 3rd, but they're not getting out of this group. Yeah, many of you thought I was insane.
Reached the Champions League semi-finals last year. How very daring!
No, yes they did, but nearly every single one of those players has since left the country.
I'm actually really happy that he predicted Ajax to become 3rd. Now we are becoming 2nd for sure.
Who wants to tell him? FC Midtjylland. Good old FC Midtjylland. Listen, this Danish outfit stopped in the Champions League. They look very out of place. Yes, I predicted Midtjylland to finish bottom of the group, but lads, even picking up 2 points against Atalanta and Liverpool, even I thought that was beyond them, so fair play. You weren't completely pigeon-spunked this season, so well done. Group E, Sevilla. Listen, show some respect to Sevilla. This club lives for European competition. Sevilla are a good, experienced team with European pedigree. Yeah, they're winning this group. Yeah, I want to revise this. Sevilla are great in European competition when it's the Europa League. They are probably the one club on the planet who views qualifying from a Champions League group as a waste of time and an unqualified failure, because every season that they're making up the numbers in the Champions League knockout rounds is another season they're not winning the Europa League. Anyway, I've often been accused of underestimating Sevilla. This season I overestimated them. They conceded 4 goals in 1 match against Olivier Giroud. The same fellow scored 1 league goal in 2019. That was the game which cost them top spot. So, Sevilla, mind telling me what happened? Chelsea, see, you're getting second, alright? It's not all bad, lads. Chelsea are a work in progress under Frank Lampard. If they can avoid stupid results against Rennes, they should be just fine. Lads, I thought Chelsea under Frank Lampard might have a slight battle on their hands to get out of the group. No, it was about as easy as robbing Stevie Wonder's house. The only guy who scored against them this season was Remy Cabella. You know, that former Newcastle winger with all the muscle tone of a burnt cheese sandwich. But other than that, 5 clean sheets, no defeats, and they top their group of these. So I got that one wrong. Krasnodar. Yeah, lads, Rennes fans are going to be absolutely furious. The fact that I've tipped them to finish below Krasnodar, a team with Remy Cabella and a 34-year-old Marcus Berg. Lads, every Champions League season has one team suffering an absolute meltdown. It used to be Man City under Roberto Mancini, but this year it's going to be Rennes. Lads, they won't win a single game all competition. So, good news for Krasnodar. I can't believe I called this one so accurately. I said Rennes would have a meltdown. And guess what, lads? Of the 32 teams in the group stages, only 2 other clubs also scrambled for just 1 point. And one of them was a Hungarian team placed in the same group as Ronaldo and Messi. I accurately called Rennes to have that European meltdown without Edouard Mendy, and yes, 5 defeats, 1 sad and lonely point, and just 3 goals scored. Lads, what a prediction. Rennes. Yeah, sorry Rennes. Yeah, obviously Rennes finishing bottom, that meant that Krasnodar made it into the Europa League. This is good.
Do not sleep on Rennes, they're able to prove you wrong. Mark my word, they will at least finish 3rd.
Where are you now, Arnaud? Group F, Borussia Dortmund. This is arguably the closest group on the list, but sorry lads. Borussia Dortmund surely have too much firepower not to get out of this group. They're gonna absolutely roast Group F alive. Yeah, another prediction, another correct prediction. I said Dortmund would utterly roast Group F. Yeah, they stumbled on the opening day against Lazio, but hey, 4 wins and a draw later, top of the group, Lazio. Anyway, yeah, Simone Inzaghi will hold them into second, which will be the first time they've reached the last 16 in the Champions League since the year 2000. Which I'm sorry, lads, that's just utterly criminal. I'm sorry, but this is ridiculous. Lazio hadn't reached the Champions League knockout stage since the year 2000. And here I am, accurately predicting them to do so, and then they did it. So me accurately predicting Lazio to finish second. Lads, what's happening? Zenit St. Petersburg. Yeah, this just leaves Zenit St. Petersburg to wallow in the lowly 3rd. Okay, no, Zenit St. Petersburg were also one of the clubs suffering a stroke in the Champions League this season. With the money chucked around by this Russian club, I assumed they'd have enough to finish above Club Bruges. But no, despite the existence of £40 million Malcolm, they lost nearly every game, including both against Bruges. That's what happened. Club Bruges. Yeah, Club Bruges finish up the group, stuck to the foot of the league. No, they're playing Dynamo Kiev in February. Group G, Juventus. Group G, Ronaldo versus Messi. Pjanic versus Arthur. It's basically a battle between Barcelona and Juventus for a top spot. And considering Barca began the season very sloppy under Ronald Koeman and are still traumatized by that Bayern Munich meltdown, with their best player of all time not really wanting to be there, then yeah, Juventus will easily steamroller into top spot. Another correct prediction, but this one didn't go down too well with you.
Barcelona will top Group G. Juventus are even worse than Barca. How wrong was he to predict Juve to top Group G? Barca gonna top the group, and Juventus without CR7 gonna crumble under Barca.
Now, Juventus did top the group, with Cristiano Ronaldo using the new camp as his own private toilet. And Barca fans probably didn't think the year could get any worse. Barcelona. Yeah, Barcelona are in utter crisis this year. But even I'm not insane enough to tip them to go out of the group stages. We talk about how bad my predictions are, but lads, I'm sorry, I really am, but this is the first time Barcelona failed to top their Champions League group since 2007, and I called it right. Just let that one sink in before everyone compares my brain to a cottage pie. Dynamo Kiev. I think everyone knows that Dynamo Kiev and Ferencváros are basically in a battle for 3rd spot. I'm gonna go with Dynamo. Yep, got this one right too. Ferencváros. You've just signed Adam Bogdan. Yep, Group G, PSG. Listen, PSG are European bottlers, we know this, but they should still have enough to win this group. Yeah, PSG won this group. Man United. They'll drop points, probably against RB Leipzig. They don't have an aspiring manager. Second. Okay, on the face of it, I predicted Manchester United to finish second in the group, and I was wrong. But you'd think United fans would have been pleased with my prediction, right? It was good news. No, all it took was for them to thump Leipzig by 5 goals, and then the overconfident comments rained in.
We'll drop points against Leipzig, Irish guy 2020. Who is here after Man United steamrolled RB Leipzig? United are going to lose points against Leipzig. 5-0 that didn't age well. Man United will drop points versus Leipzig. Still the best football YouTube though. Man United, 6 points, top of the table. Destroyed RB Leipzig 5-0. They'll drop points against RB Leipzig. Watching this after United beat RB Leipzig 5-0. Drop points against Leipzig, huh? Man U, we beat Leipzig 5-0. They will drop points against RB Leipzig. Lamau!
This is why you should wait until both legs are played. I said you would drop points to Leipzig and was laughed under the table. Lads, who's the team who just dumped you out of the Champions League? You will remember this club for years as a result. Like how Benfica kicked you out of the group stage in 2005, or Wolfsburg in 2016. As a result, you've probably subconsciously not forgiven either of these clubs. And so in 10 years, whenever you see the name RB Leipzig, or even just see a can of Red Bull in a shop, you will feel a shiver go down your spine. Oh, and also, Look at this one. And I wouldn't put it past Harry Maguire to come unstuck in Turkey. That's probably too close to the Greek police for his liking. And considering he spent the night defending like an epileptic sheep, allowing a nearly 40-year-old Demba Ba the freedom of the opposition half to score a goal, I'm sorry, what a prediction. RB Leipzig. Sorry lads, third of the group. Nope. Istanbul Başakşehir. Yes, Istanbul Başakşehir are in the Champions League with a 35-year-old Demba Ba, a guy who by all rights is lucky not to be spending the rest of his life in a wheelchair. And finally, yes, rounding it off with Istanbul Başakşehir finishing bottom of the group. Right lads, let's have a look at this. I got 22 correct positions. 22! Lads, only 2 clubs have qualified for the knockout rounds that I didn't see coming. Both Borussia Mönchengladbach and RB Leipzig. But I don't think that's too bad. So can this be it? Can this be my redemption? Like if Anderson Gibb returns to YouTube boxing glory by beating up a homeless man outside Asda and chucking the footage online? Can this be it for me? Have I redeemed myself? Let me know. Am I still a pig's uterus in terms of predictions? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and as always, I'll talk to you in a while.